All right, we are taking you to the box office.
And Julia Swift is here to review the new movie Hustlers.
Intense.
I'm excited about this one.
That was good.
Yeah.
So fabulous. Go see this movie.
There you go.
Wow. It's kind of not what you expect. So
Yeah.
it's by Lorene Scarafia, who did The Meddler a couple years ago. And before that, she did Finding a Friend for the End of the World. And it stars Constance Wu and obviously J-Lo.
Yeah.
Cardi B is in it. Lizzo is in it.
Huge
just
cast.
a huge
Wow.
cast. And they are all sparkling.
That's awesome.
And it's like there's this electricity on screen, but it's not your typical stripper movie.
Okay.
Because, okay, so it's based on a magazine article about scores in New York City, and it really took it right from the article.
Okay.
And you actually see Julia Stiles, who's fabulous in this, plays the reporter who's interviewing the former strippers about what happened and what they did, because they did something.
They did something.
They tried to get back. They tried to get their fair, what they thought was their fair share from the men who had taken advantage of them. So what makes it so different is that it is a movie that is written and directed by a woman and stars all these women, and you almost never see men talk, which is so funny. We always talk about how, you know, there's how often do we see a movie with women and how often do we see a movie where women talk to each other? This would be like the opposite. It's the Bechdel test. You know, do two women talk about something other than men in a movie? This would be, do two men ever talk about something other than women in the movie? And the answer would be no.
Wow.
Because this is 100% from a female point of view.
Okay.
And so it looks at strippers as like a job and a sport. You know, so I mean, even the director was fascinating. She talks about how she thought about the dressing room as a locker room. And she put all of these different actresses in there. There were some actual strippers. There was obviously J-Lo and Constance Wu. And then you put in the two music stars. And they all were getting along and connecting, all from very different worlds, which is a lot of what she's sort of saying happens there. Like, and a lot of it is about why do women turn to stripping, right? And what other choices do they have, and do they feel completely, you know, disempowered when they're doing it? And so it lets the audience make its own decisions about judging or not judging the women for what they did. Because what they ended up doing is so they were making tons of money, and then the 2008 financial crisis happened, and the Wall Street men, a lot of them stopped coming in. And it's also an interesting thing, you know, and some Russian strippers started coming in, and they started becoming more like prostitutes and doing more for money, and these women didn't want to.
Okay.
So they really saw what they were doing as empowering, and they went out and they got men drunk and drugged them, and then charged their cards at the strip club. So what they did was illegal. And we also find out what they got charged with at the end.
Yeah.
But I love how the director doesn't tell you what to think about everything.
Okay.
She's like, here's what happened. These are real people with nuanced lives who have kids and jobs and try and get other jobs. And I'm giving you everything, and you decide.
Yeah.
All right.
And it was a very unique, very powerful, and yet fun, emotional, you know, edge of your seat thriller, sexy. And then I have to just say, and then there's the whole mama bear thing with Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
She even has fur coats that she literally surrounds Constance Wu and the other women in. She's this mama bear.
She's just amazing.
So many things about women friendship and empowerment and disempowerment.
Wow, I want to see this right now.
Yes.
You decide.